Hello and welcome everyone to daily news analysis of the Indian Express and the Hindu. So in this video we will look at current affairs part, then we will look at some of the datas as well as examples which would be important from mains point of view, and then in the end we will look at MCQs framed based on today's newspaper. So today is 4th of November. So let's get started. So the first news item is related to polity. Gujarat election dates are out, voting to be held on December 1 and 5, counting December 8. So Election Commission of India has announced the schedule for assembly elections in Gujarat. So as soon as ECI has announced the election schedule, model code of conduct that was implemented in Gujarat state. So from prelims point of view, let us understand about model code of conduct. So model code of conduct are set of guidelines that are issued by election commission to regulate political parties and candidates, basically to manage the behavior of the political parties, as no one can get undue benefit by holding their positions. So model code of conduct is a persuasive act, and it is not backed by any legal act. Basically, these guidelines are issued under the mandate given to Election Commission of India under Article 324 to conduct free and fair elections. It is operational from date on which the election schedule is announced until the date of result announcement. So during that period, Election Commission can take actions on candidates if they are violating these set of guidelines. Now moving forward, and one more detail is Model Code of Conduct was first implemented in Kerala Assembly elections in 1960. So these facts needs to be keep in mind. Now the second news item is related to Central Vigilance Commission, where our Honorable Prime Minister is attending a Vigilance Awareness Week organized by Central Vigilance Commission, where he said that abhav of amenities and dabav from government feed corruption, must act. Basically, he was saying that we need to stop corruption, and these are the two reasons which breeds corruption. So this statement can be used in preventing corruption in GS4. Now from prelims point of view, let us understand about Central Vigilance Commission. So Central Vigilance Commission is an apex vigilance institution in India which is free from control from any executive authority. It was set up by government in 1964 based on recommendation of Santhanam Committee. And in 2003, the Central Vigilance Commission got statutory status in the form of CVC Act. So in 2003, it became statutory body. Until then, it was non-statutory body. Further, Central Vigilance Commission is not controlled by any ministry or department, and it is an independent body which is only responsible to Parliament. Also, it is not an investigative agency. Rather, it gets the investigation done through CBI and other chief vigilance officers. So just remember these facts. Now moving forward, this news item pertains to governor and state government controversy, the tussle between Tamil Nadu state government and governor and Kerala governor and state government. I have discussed both the topics of governor length and breadth in my previous videos. You can watch yesterday's video as well in this regard, because governor becomes very important from our exam point of view, given the frequency with which this news is repeating. Now moving forward, this news item is related to international relations. At UNSC, India abstains on Russian motion on Ukraine bioweapons. So India has yet again abstained from a motion that was sponsored by Russia, which was calling for inquiry by a commission that Moscow and the US and Ukraine are carrying out military biological activities. So Russia was in favor of conducting the investigation in this regard, to which India abstained, and as a result, only two members supported this resolution, that is Russia and China, and ultimately this was failed. This resolution was not passed. Now, from prelims point of view, let us understand about UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council. It is one of 6 organs of United Nations formed in 1945. Its headquarters in New York. It has 5 permanent members plus 10 non-permanent members, which are elected for 2 years by UNGA, that is United Nations General Assembly. These 5 permanent members are USA, UK, Russia, France, and China. And among these 10 non-permanent members, India is currently part of it. And India has become its member for 8th time. Now its presidency rotates every month. So these are the facts about United Nations Security Council. Now here India abstained from voting by citing reason that India abides by Biological Weapons Convention, which was signed under United Nations. So let us understand about biological weapons. So basically biological weapons are microbiological agents such as bacteria and virus, which may cause death or harm to humans, animals, or plants. So related convention was signed in 1975, that is Biological and Toxin Weapon Convention, that prohibited development, production, stockpiling, and acquisition of biological weapons. And subsequently, India also ratified it. It was signed in 1974, and India ratified that time, and it came into force in 1975. Now, moving forward, this news item is related to environment. Delhi NCR gasps use of non-BS6 diesel vehicles over 3 lakh banned. So the quality of air in Delhi has been deteriorating and it has gone from bad to worse. So as a result of it, Commission for Air Quality Management, which is a statutory body to regulate the air quality in Delhi and surrounding areas, have then given order to ban the non-BS6 diesel vehicles. Now we will understand why it has banned it, what are BS norms, and we will also understand about air quality, which has deteriorated to severe category. So Bharat BS means BS stands for Bharat Stage Emission Standards. So basically they are emission standards instituted by Government of India to regulate output of air pollutants from motor vehicles. And these regulations are based on European emission standards. So before that we were following BS4 standards, and now we are following BS6 norms, skipping BS5. So these are more environment friendly norms which would reduce the harmful emissions from vehicles, and that is why this commission has banned non-BS6 vehicles, because they were emitting more pollution, and to curb the pollution on immediate basis, these kind of steps may control the pollution to some extent. So currently India follows BS6 emission norms. Now when it comes to air quality, so air quality is measured based on air quality index, which is based on 8 major pollutants that are present in air: PM 2.5, PM 10, ozone, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, lead, and ammonia emissions. Just remember that no CO2 is present and no N2 is present in these 8 gases. Now, this air quality index is released by Central Pollution Control Board, which is under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. And it gives 6 categories to measure the air quality: good, satisfactory, moderately polluted, poor, very poor, and severe. So currently, Delhi is at this stage, which is at severe, which is very dangerous to health of the people, especially to the children. Now, moving forward, this another news item is related to the 6 cheetahs that were imported by India from Namibia under Cheetahs Relocation Project. Currently, they are in Kuno Palpur National Park that is located in Madhya Pradesh. Now let us understand some facts from prelims point of view. So there are 2 varieties of cheetahs. One is Asiatic cheetah and other is African cheetah. This Asiatic cheetah is critically endangered as per IUCN and currently it is only found in Iran. Earlier it was found in India as well, but due to hunting and poaching, they were extincted from India and currently it is only found in Iran. Whereas African cheetah, it is vulnerable under IUCN category. So we have imported African cheetahs because their habitat is also similar to the habitat that is provided in India. So keep these facts in mind. Now moving forward, this another news item pertains to environment. India will insist on action clear framework at COP27. So within 2 days, Conference of Parties 27 will be starting in Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt, which will be 27th meeting. Last year, COP26 was held in Glasgow, UK. These conference of parties are happening under United Nations framework of climate change. Some of the important conference of parties in the past were 1997 Kyoto Protocol to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, then 2015 Paris Pact. So here India is saying that they will pursue for asking for climate finance from developed countries to developing nations in order to implement the climate action plans so that the temperature rise can be curbed. Now, moving forward, this news item pertains to Amur falcons. Going beyond Amur falcons, Nagaland to celebrate avian diversity undertake census. So recently, Nagaland is conducting first avian documentation exercise going beyond Amur falcons. Now let us understand about Amur falcons from prelims point of view. So Amur falcon is one of world's longest traveling raptors, which travels around 22,000 kilometers per year. Its IUCN status is least concern. They derive their name from Amur River, which forms boundary of Russia and China. And why Nagaland is linked to Amur Falcon? Because Nagaland is called as Falcon capital of world, given their abundance, as they makes a stopping point in Nagaland and Manipur. So Nagaland is called as Falcon capital of world. Now moving forward, this is an editorial related to air quality that is currently very severe in Delhi. So it says that the political arguments are going on between various parties blaming each other about the air quality. But in reality, if we look at the data, then the fire episodes are increasing as compared to last year. As per data of Indian Agriculture Research Institute, there has been rise of around 19% of fire episode as compared to last year, which is not a good sign as when we look at air quality of Delhi. So here, this editorial suggests that Haryana has taken good step in this direction. So it has taken multi-pronged approach in this direction, where first of all it has provided machines at very subsidized prices from hiring center to the farmers. Secondly, it has sensitized the farmers and involved various departments, diverse sections, including religious leaders, teachers, etc., about the ill effects of stubble burning. And further, it also arranged moving of crop waste from field to biomass power projects. So all these steps have helped in curbing the fire stubble burning episode in Haryana, which can be seen from the facts as well that Haryana has witnessed 30% reduction as compared to last year, which is a positive step. So this editorial suggests that similar kind of collaborative action needs to be done in Delhi as well, and there needs to be a flexible approach to deal with the air pollution. Moving forward, this news item pertains to economy. Services PMI expands in October. So it is talking about services purchasing managers index, which has improved as compared to last year. So let us understand about purchasing manager index from prelims point of view. So it is compiled by S&P Global in India. It is released every month, and its scale varies from 0 to 100, where if the value comes out of greater than 50, then it shows expansion in economic activity. If it is less than 50, it shows contraction in economic activity as compared to last month. Keep these facts in mind. And last news item of the day is related to geography. Mauna Loa, world's largest active volcano, is rumbling. So Mauna Loa is an active volcano that is located in Pacific Ocean. It is part of Hawaii Islands. So just keep these two facts in mind from prelims point of view. Now, this is all from current affairs part. Now let us move to the MCQs, which are framed based on these newspaper items. First question is choose correct statements about CVC, Central Vigilance Commission. Statement 1, it is constitutional body. And statement 2, it is controlled by Ministry of Home Affairs. Now pause this video for 5 seconds. Try to attempt this question. So as we have seen that CVC is a statutory body. and not a constitutional body. This is wrong. And it is an independent body not controlled by any ministry. So this is also wrong. So our answer is D, that is none. Question number 2. Which are correct statements about Model Code of Conduct? It is backed by statute, namely RPA Act 1951. Statement 2. It comes into effect just after announcement of election schedule by Election Commission of India. Your options are 1 only, 2 only, both, and none. Now, as we have discussed that Model Code of Conduct is not backed by any statute, rather it is having a persuasive appeal. Because violating Model Code of Conduct may bring bad name to the candidate. Statement 2. So this is wrong. Statement 2. It comes into effect just after announcement of election schedule by Election Commission of India. Yes, that is true. So B is right answer. Moving forward. Question 3. Choose correct statements from below about air quality index. Statement 1. Carbon dioxide is one of the components to measure air quality. Statement 2. It is released by Central Pollution Control Board, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So statement 1 is wrong because carbon dioxide is not part of it. Rather, the 8 components that we have discussed are PM 2.5, 10, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, lead, and 3 others. It is released by Central Pollution Control Board. Yes, that is true. So B is right answer. Question 4. Which are correct statements about UNSC? Statement 1. Currently, India is part of it for 2 years. Statement 2. Its presidency rotates every month. So as we have seen that, yes, India is part of it for 2 years. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is its presidency rotates every month. That is also correct. So both statements are correct. So C is the answer. Moving forward, question 5. Choose correct statement about cheetahs. African cheetah is critically endangered under IUCN. Asiatic cheetah is vulnerable under IUCN. Statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is incorrect. Why? Because as we have seen that India have imported African cheetah which is vulnerable. So basically I have interchanged the information. So African cheetah is vulnerable and Asiatic cheetah is critically endangered. Last question of the day is correct statement about Mauna Loa volcano. Statement 1. It is located in Atlantic Ocean. Statement 2. It is an active volcano, erupt at any time. Your options are 1 only, 2 only, both, and none. So statement 1 is wrong because it is located in Pacific Ocean. In statement 2, it is an active volcano, can erupt at any time. Yes, it is an active volcano. And additional information, there is one volcano in Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India, which is also active volcano. If you know it, comment it in down below. So 2 is right answer. So that's all for today's news analysis and MCQ part. Now I will be starting a new video series for UPSC prelims where I'll be giving 500 MCQs of high quality which will be covered over 50 videos, and it will include our complete syllabus of UPSC including current affairs. It will start from 7th November on YouTube. So subscribe to the channel to get advantage of this initiative, and if you find any suggestion then please comment in the section down below. Thank you.